Hi everyone, it's Marcy Denning here from Stampin' with Marcy, and Marshall has made an appearance. Sorry about that. Okay, let's start again. Hello everyone, it's Marcy Denning here from Stampin' with Marcy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Canada, and I want to welcome you to my Facebook Live. It is Friday, August the 14th. I did not announce that I was going live. I do apologize. I had such a busy day today. It got away from me, and I thought, oh my goodness, I haven't gone live yet. So I'm just going to pop on, and hopefully you guys will forgive me for not giving you any notice. So please say hello when you join me. Let me know where you're watching from. I do like to talk to you guys, hear what you're up to. If you're watching the replay, and comment, I still will be replying. I do go back and check. And if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much. If you haven't yet, please click that subscribe button below, as well as the notification bell, so you do not miss any of my future videos. So today, I'm going to lift this up so there's no glare. Today, thank you so much for joining me. We're going to be creating with this adorable Warm and Toasty stamp set. I was finishing up today my Warm and Toasty class to go. This was my August class, so I had to create another card just because it's so much fun. Hello, Di. Thanks for joining me. Hi, Jen. Thanks for joining me. You're using the same designer series paper. Hello, Jim. Thanks for joining. This designer series paper is so gorgeous. It is the Snowflake Splendor Designer Series paper, and it has so many fabulous colors in it. Balmy Blue, Pool Party, obviously the Highland Heather. So this is the card that we are creating. It's so cute. I like cute little mice on my card. I don't like them in my house. So, let me just grab my supplies. So here is that beautiful designer series paper. So this side here is the watercolor wash, and then the other side, look at that, it's got Pacific Point and Misty Moonlight as well. Fabulous colors. I just love this paper. So, and then we've got our Thick Whisper White base, and then our Highland Heather layer and our Highland Heather scalloped oval. This is a stitched oval from the Stitched Shapes dies. Okay, so because we're going to be coloring with our Stampin' Blends, we are going to use Memento, the Tuxedo Black ink. All right. Happy Friday, everybody. Today is a friend of mine, Jill. Today is her 40th birthday. So happy birthday, Jill. All right, so we're going to stamp this down here towards the bottom because I want to put that pretty sparkly bow on the top. So here we have our cute little mice. We're going to set that aside just for one moment so that it has time to dry. And in the meantime, let's adhere these two layers together. So I'm going to bring in my silicone craft sheet. I always use this, and my liquid adhesive. Yes, I was working away all day on my Warm and Toasty class to go. So if you have purchased this class from me, it will be ready for pickup tomorrow. I just have to finish a couple things, and then it will be ready to go for my locals. And it's my away ladies. It will be popped in the mail. So yes, my class just closed. The sign up just closed on Monday, but there was a couple items I needed, so I hit that FedEx expedited shipping so that my supplies would get here quickly. So that's why I was able to get this and get my class done and ready to be picked up a whole lot earlier than anticipated, which is a very good thing, because one of my sweet friends, Tammy, who is taking the class, is going to spend some time with her brand new little grandbaby. So she's going to pack up some crafting supplies. So I wanted to make sure that Tammy had her stuff with her to take, so that she had some stuff to do while that little bundle of joy is napping. Okay, so we are going to color in the ears with the light petal pink and give some rosy little cheeks there. And then our little fella, he's going to get the same, and he's got a rosy cheek there too. Okay, and now we are going to color with the light gray granite. Hello, Dorinda. Hello, Lori. Thank you for joining me today. All right. So I believe my September class to go, I'll be working on that this weekend. I think it may be the Snowflake Splendor. I think that's what it's called. I can never remember, with the catalog just being so new. So how is everybody doing? Big plans for the weekend? I am going to be starting freezing my corn tomorrow, where I blanch it and freeze it. I used to, back in the day, do it all at once. I would get 6 or 7 dozen and freeze them all, blanch them and freeze them all the same day. Well, I'm getting too old for that. I'm not working that hard all day long. So now I just do, so that was light balmy blue, and then the cuffs of this little guy's shirt are going to be the dark balmy blue. Yeah, so I just do 2 dozen cobs at a time. And that was the dark balmy blue. And now our little guys and gals' shoes or boots are going to be the dark gray granite. I'm not doing any shading because these guys are so teeny tiny. All right. And then we are going to do the bow is going to be light balmy blue. Hello, Debbie, Beverly, and welcome. And then the Christmas ball is dark balmy blue. Next week's lives are going to be the Have a Hoot. I've already decided on that. So, because I created 3 adorable cards when I was on holidays, so I decided that Monday, Wednesday, Friday next week is going to be Have a Hoot. So this is the dark Highland Heather for her scarf, and then her sweater is the light Highland Heather, so that way we've got that little bit of contrast. Okay, and you can see when I went over, I'll bring that up so that hopefully you can see, because I've put the petal pink on there and gone over with my gray, Granite, the light, you can still see that shadow of the rosy cheek without it being too awful much. All right, so now we're going to take the light gray Granite, because we don't want them floating in the air. We want them grounded. So I'm just going to give them some ground here. Just for them to be standing on. And then, as always, when I have an image, I like to take my light, oh, that's wrong blue. I like to take my light Pool Party and to give them more definition, and they're so teeny tiny, but we can do it. We're going to go all the way around. The image here, just outlining, turning so that it's in front of me. So Saturday for me is some crafting and some freezing of some corn, and then Sunday we are golfing. So I have a fun-filled weekend ahead of me. It's almost tomato canning season for me as well. Do you guys do any preserving, any freezing of vegetables or canning? I grew up, my mother always, she did pickles and she did pies and stuff like that. Well, if I have a pie in the freezer, I'm going to eat it. So I best not be doing pies. I did when the kids were little. But I remember growing up, my mom and my aunts would have a pie making bee where they would each have a job of, one of them was on crust, one was on peeling, and us kids got to help. Okay, so I have gone all the way around, and you can see how bright that is. So to take that down a notch, I am going to take my color lifter, and without touching my image, I'm going around and I am just going over that line on the outside to move that color so that, And I'm being very careful in these teeny tiny spaces. So that way it is just lightening that up so it's not that solid harsh line. Again, being so careful not to touch my images because you don't want bleeding from those colors making it washed out or anything. This is a fairly quick and easy card because I'm not shading or anything like that. So really fairly easy to mass produce if you are going to be sending a lot. I don't do a lot of the same card. I like to mix it up when I'm sending my holiday cards. See how quick and easy that was? Now I'm going to take and lighten up this ground here, avoiding the shoes. So it's more of a shadowy. You don't have to do this. It's all personal choice, but I think it adds to it. And we'll wait and add the Wink of Stella at the very end. So see how much softer that looks now? So adorable. But it really does make them pop right off of the back there. Okay, so we are now just going to put some, a little bit goes a long way. And the reason I like the liquid glue is it gives me a moment to scooch that however I need to do it if I have got it down wonky or anything like that. So let's grab some dimensionals here. And if you're new, don't be alarmed. I like my dimensionals. I like to use a lot of them. I don't want my cards to arrive at their intended recipient and all being squished and lopsided, because when they go through the postal system, you just never know what kind of rough and tough handling they're going to get. So I'm using my Take Your Pick tool, and you can see I have got all of my backings on there, easy peasy. So I can just take them all and throw them in my garbage bin. All right. So now we're just going to take and put this off to the side here a bit. All right. So next step is I'm going to stamp my sentiment just for you, and I'm using the Highland Heather. Hello, Tammy. Thanks for joining. All right. I was just telling everybody, Tammy, about your beautiful new little grandbaby. All right, so when I'm not over top of it, I'm just gonna hope that I've stamped that straight. Oh, and I did. So I am now, because this is fairly large, I want it tiny, so I'm taking my trimmer and I am going to, you can use any trimmer you want. I find it's easier for me to stamp on a bit bigger piece of cardstock and then cut down rather than try to fit that sentiment on a teeny tiny little. And I'm just eyeballing or you could use scissors, but I'm just eyeballing it. And this is why I took my guard off, so that I could easily trim that down without the guard being in the way. Okay, so, and I think I trimmed this down more than my sample, but that's okay. All right, so we want this just right here. Okay, so now we're gonna take some pearls. I store all of my embellishments in containers like this, so that way it keeps them corralled. So we're gonna pick a few snowflakes to put these on. So, and I always use my take your pick tool. So let's put one here, and then one here, so that they're the center of the snowflakes, and then one, let's do this one here. Okay, so I haven't pressed down hard because I don't trust the stickiness of that pearl, so I always like to add just a dot of my liquid glue. It just adds to the stability of that adhesive, making sure that it's not going anywhere. So now, the fun part, tying a bow. I have had a few people ask me to show how I tie bows. So I'm going to take a moment to show how I do it. There's two ways to tie a bow. I always leave my ribbon on the spool so I'm not getting a lot of waste. And this is the Snowflake Splendor ribbon. It's a little stiff, and as you can see, it's got the sparkle. So you can either take your ribbon and do 2 bunny ears like this, and then wrap the one around the other and through the hole and tug, and then hold your center, that knot part, and give it a little tug to just straighten out, even out. And then this ribbon is, like I said, is stiff. So there is the one type of bow. Then you would snip that off. Or, let's straighten that out with the heat of my hand. You can take a loop, wrap around your finger through the hole, and give it a tug. Now it just takes practice, or as my mother always used to say, it's all in the way you hold your tongue. So that's the 2 different ways that I create a bow. I hope that helps. So now let's make this a little smaller. So 2 bunny ears. Come on. Through the loop. There we go. And holding firmly that center. And then giving that a little fluff. And there's that bow. And grab my scissors and snip those ends. So you see, by keeping it on my spool, I am not getting, oh, I need to bring that just a smidge. I'm not having a lot of waste for that. So that is always a good thing. You don't want to waste your precious supplies. So we're going to put right there, and then I'm just going to tug that just a bit so that those and there we have our adorable little mouse card with the Warm and Toasty stamp set. Super cute and quick and easy. And this designer series paper really brings a lot to this stamp set. Oh wait, I'm not done, sorry. Back up the bus. We didn't put Wink of Stella. All right, so this strip here on the ball, the ornament, we want to put some Wink of Stella there. And we want the bow to be sparkly, like that. Now we're done. That just brings it up that little bit more. You see that? Oh, so cute. So there we have my original and the one that I created with you today. So thank you so much for joining me today. Please, if you haven't yet, like my page, click that follow button. Please share my video. Sharing is caring. It's how I reach more crafty friends. And I hope you have a fabulous day. Happy Friday. I hope you have a great weekend. And I will see you on Monday at 10 a.m. for my Mojo Monday. And remember, I will be using the adorable owl stamp set from the holiday catalog. If you are watching, if you are in Canada and you do not have one of these catalogs, please let me know and I would be happy to send one to you. It is jam-packed with fabulous products. So yes, just send me a message and I will be happy to get one off in the mail to you. All right, everybody, thanks again, and I will see you next Monday. Bye for now.